Hi.
Is this Peter?
This is Peter. Hi, is this Lisa?
Hey, Peter, this is Lisa, yeah. Hey, I was just calling you back. For the moment, I don't have a camera here or somebody to speak with you. So I know that we have had some things occur here, some breaking news. However, I can take some information from you and get your side of it, so I have that, and then I can pass it on to my colleagues as well.
Okay, we can do that, and we are going to be bouncing around to the different newspapers and radio and stuff today. If there's any chance that something comes up and you say we can do something at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever, that would be beautiful in our world, and I'm happy to give you the information now. Or as the general manager, someone told us in our media lessons to ask for the general manager. Any chance that would be a strategy for us?
It is. I just don't know if he's available right now. I could, like I said, I can pass your number on to him and see if he's interested. But I don't know right now. I'd have to give it to him to see. So, but maybe possibly later today there might be an opportunity. But I just right now we do have some breaking news situation that's occurred here as well.
Yep. Gotcha. So, understand. So just so you know, my colleague just came back from ABC. Tell her what happened at ABC.
ABC, they were very amenable. They came down and talked to us. They sent the newsroom. CBS, we did talk to the general manager at least there, left him some information. We just want to introduce ourselves. That's all we need. If the general manager can come out and we can introduce ourselves and give them the schedule, give you guys the schedule for the week, that would be huge. We just need a face and shake a hand and shed a tear together. So thank you.
Okay. Let me see if there's somebody here. I just don't know right now. I can check. Maybe if you want to try back later today, that's possible too. But I can check and see if you
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So here's what I'd like. If you would check now, and we can hang out for half an hour and do some other work that we're doing, and give you a moment to see if the general manager or somebody might be able to come down now. I mean, obviously this is urgent, and finally now the news is starting to talk about how urgent the situation is, and today's a big international day of action all over the planet, especially in Europe, but also there's a big thing happening in San Francisco, and you guys covered our zombie walk the other day when we were at the art show, the art festival, and so just...
Oh, you guys are, that was...
That's us. That was us.
That was us. That was us, the zombies. Yeah. So if you can add any of the mix there. Plus, I'm from Chico, and so I'm representing the whole Chico fire situation as well, and a documentary that's being made about that. That's including, this reaches out. The campfire reaches obviously to Sacramento has been affected by it as well, and so it's just a real pressing story, and want to make sure you know how passionate we are about what's going on.
And this is Sue. I'm from Nevada City. I'm one of the cities that is the top 10 cities to burn. So Sacramento will be underwater. You guys are at 30 feet, so we're here for the general manager, for his kids, for your children. If you have any grandchildren, we are here for everybody. So this is a climate emergency.
I understand. Let me, like I said, I'll talk to staff and see if I have any available.
Awesome.
I just don't know right now since everybody's out. So,
I got you. Okay, so thank you very much for talking to us and hearing us and doing what you can. We're going to stick around here in the parking lot for a half an hour or so, hoping that we get a miracle happen through your station, so that you guys aren't the only ones who aren't having this on your news tonight. Anyway, just giving you a bad time there. Don't want you to miss the scoop on the greatest thing that ever happened. So thank you for your help, and you have my number, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Okay,
All right,
Lisa.
take care.
Bye-bye.
So, Amani, I can't help if that's the correct name, Amani?
Yep, you got it.
And what's your last name, Amani?
Davis, Imani Davis.
Do you mind if I talk to you for a little while?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Okay, you're kind of unusual. You're kind of young, aren't you? How young are you?
26.
26. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you're getting kind of old there. So, you have completed college? Are you a college graduate? And
yeah, I actually studied environmental studies at San Francisco State, ethnic studies as well. So, yeah, I mean, I spent several years studying this from an academic standpoint, and,
I've been interested in, climate change, global warming, as it was called, when I was in high school. I've been doing, my own research. I took a class in community college, but it wasn't until I studied it at university that I just really saw I really understood, studied and understood just like the grave urgency that this issue has, and gosh, so much of the work that I want to do, I'm an organizer now, and I do want to get more into education because one of the hardest things I've found since being in the environmental studies program is just relaying the information, relaying the urgency to people, relaying the way greenhouse gases work, the way methane, carbon dioxide, a whole slew of things come together to do it. Because I just feel like, there's a lot of vagueness to climate change, to the issue, or, not to the science, but to the social understanding of it. So,
well, some people say that the younger generation is apathetic. Do you find that to be true? Is it everybody?
I don't think it's everybody. I think it's a mix of, there's a pretty decent sized people that just don't understand. They've heard climate change, they're skeptical. There's another part that understands that it's happening, but they don't really understand the actual effects, like situations we're going to find ourselves in. And I think what did unfortunately happen in Paradise has woken folks up, some people my age, to understanding, okay, this is climate change, like this is what I will see in the coming years of my life. And then of course there are people my age at the state, close to where I'm at, where it's like, okay, I understand the graveness of the situation. I understand the urgency, and I do understand, what will happen. I don't think people are apathetic. I think there's just like this mass misunderstanding of the real true urgency of it. I think that's the biggest thing with young people, and maybe there is some apathy that there's nothing we can do to change it, but the thing I try to remind people is you make that one change, you invite your friend to make that change, now one person is multiplied into two becomes four, etc. So I think there's a lot of things to address, but...
Well, a lot of people are busy, young or old, and here you are on a Monday and you're here. How do you... Well, I don't want to specifically get into all the details, but just generally speaking, how can somebody make time for something like this? How can they get out there on a Monday and do these kind of things?
Personally, I work during the weekends. I work in the food industry right now, so I've got Monday because I work Thursday through Sunday heavily. But the thing that I like to tell people is, even starting with, 2 hours a week and trying to make a meeting, congregate with other people, get into a space, get into a room, that can be 2 hours a week, maybe even 2 hours every other week, and then, you make friends, you make connections, and then those 2 hours can become, okay, now I'm doing, an hour of some extra work for the organization this day, so now 2 hours has become 3 hours, a Saturday meeting for 2 hours, and then an hour of, Facebook work of spreading the word for an event, so I think we find time to do a lot of things, and that's the thing, this work can be fun. This work can be communal, you can make a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues.
How do you have fun? Have you had fun lately?
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't get to make it, but...
Well, you got your weekends off. Do you have fun on the weekends? Well, what didn't you miss? You said you didn't be able to make it. Was that thing that happened on Saturday?
Yeah, the zombie walk. The zombie walk. Downtown at the Art Walk here in Sacramento, the second Saturday Art Walk, which, growing up here, I've been going to that for over 10 years now. And yeah, some folks went out dressed as zombies, with XR gear on, kind of just letting people know. And it was kind of performance art, and I think things like that are the things that people don't realize activism and organizing can be.